From the South Dallas Cultural Center studios in sunny South Dallas, this is Deconstructing Dallas. Greetings, everyone. It's your host, Ryan Trimble, joined as always by the globe-trotting Shawn Williams. Shawn, good day, sir.
Hey, what's up? You did mention that we are in South Dallas, and I love the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios. You know I love that. But
don't we all?
This is nice, man. This is really nice. We're in a soundproof room here at the South Dallas Cultural Center. Shout out to John Spriggins, longtime friend and fraternity brother. We talked about somewhere we wanted to try to have a soundproof location to do our show, and John offered the South Dallas Cultural Center, brought us back here into this lovely studio space at this wonderful building, and we are doing it now.
That's right. We have some exciting new things happening at the Allen Media Worldwide Headquarters Studios, but we wanted to, get a flavor and see what other studios were out and about in our great city. And so, big shout out to John for allowing us the time and the space. What a cool facility, Shawn.
Very nice historic facility. It is a pillar of this community. They have a wonderful theater center where they have performances. They've got camp going on now. There's art all over the place. John is a great artist himself from South Dallas, so he's an excellent choice to be the director here. The Office of Cultural Affairs does a great job of programming here. So I'm very happy, and I think we'll be doing a few more shows. Not that we're abandoning the worldwide headquarters, and again, Ryan said there's some exciting stuff down the road that we would love to share, but we can't right now. But this is a good home away from home for right now.
Yeah, Shawn, I see a drum set over there in the corner. You think you're going to be go play us a couple
I'm more
riffs
into
over there?
The bongos in there. They got some bongos, and so I don't want to go Matthew McConaughey or anything like that. But just in case we need a little outro music,
yes.
That's there. That is an option.
Yes. Well, there's one person I don't think will be playing any drums anytime soon or playing much of anything. One Kevin Durant. Did you watch the game, Shawn?
I did watch the game. This is a big time for you and I because we always go back and forth on the NBA Finals. Usually LeBron is a player. He is not.
Yes.
And I didn't think I would be as interested as I usually am because LeBron wasn't playing. But I have watched every game. It's been compelling. I like what Kawhi Leonard has been doing. Last night, I really thought the Raptors were going to take the game. I thought they were going to win, but it wasn't, until the champion is done, until they're gone, until you bury them and make sure that they're gone, you can never count them out.
Yeah, scary. But I think Toronto, they got two more cracks at it. I guess so does Golden State, but
I think that they'll win. I feel bad. I felt bad for Kevin Durant. As soon as I really wish he hadn't played, and as soon as he went down, I know a lot of Toronto fans wish they could take back their cheering and applauding. And to their credit, to the credit of the players, Kawhi Leonard and Serge Ibaka, they both made sure that the fans knew that this was not a time for cheering. And to the credit of the fans, they turned that around, clapped for KD. They led a KD chant. But man, that is a tough way to go down. He can miss a year's time. And this is his free agent year. He was about to go make some big money. But he wanted to be there for his teammates. And, KD takes a lot of stuff on radio, on TV. He's a good guy. He's made a few mistakes as it relates to his media image, but, he wanted to be there for his teammates.
He's a generational talent, for sure. Like him or hate him,
even in the first quarter last night, in the 12 minutes he played, it was automatic. It was like he picked up right where he left off a month ago. So I really feel bad for him. But I'm hoping that he comes back just as strong.
Yeah, it was a fun game to watch on Twitter, Shawn, because at our house in Lake Highlands, we were still out of power. So I was kind of keeping track mid-charging my phone on the charger stick and passing that back and forth between Lauren and my mother, who's in town. And so I was keeping up on the Twitter feed.
Man, you guys got it bad up there. I was out of town. I was not here for the storm, but I was monitoring on my phone and on Twitter, but we had a Allen Media text string, which is how I knew that things were bad. I'm like, wow, if everybody's checking in, it must be pretty bad up there.
Yeah, it was bad. So, thoughts to everybody who went out. I know we had one loss in a bad crane accident, lost their life. But hopefully everybody is safe out there. I know the Encore folks and people from around the region, different states come in to help. Big thanks to them. I know they've been working around the clock to get people's power back on.
And yours just came on 2 days later, right?
Ours literally almost 48 hours on the nose from when it went out. It came back on, but you certainly learn to appreciate it a lot more when you don't have it. So,
well, I've talked to friends who live in your neighborhood and in the north. We did not get it as bad in the south, but there are still uprooted trees, branches down. I went for my customary walk this morning and had to take a couple of detours from trees and limbs that were in the pathway of the trail. So it's crazy weather, it's springtime weather in Texas, and you never know. I mean, it was like blazing hot, and then the storms came through, and it's still like 79 degrees outside now.
Thank goodness.
Never know.
Well, speaking of winds of change, Shawn, there's some winds of change after the recent runoff elections over the weekend, and Eric Johnson, State Representative Eric Johnson, wins the mayoral runoff, beats Scott Griggs, the former councilman, pretty handily. In the runoff election. David Blewett beats incumbent Philip Kingston in District 14. Carolyn King Arnold, incumbent, who's ran about 9 races in the past 10 months.
God bless Miss Arnold.
She holds on to her seat. Congratulations to her. Adam Bazaldua said that correctly. Thank you, everybody. Comes away with a close win in the district. I think we're sitting in
district we're in right now.
Yeah. And then Paula Blackman comes away with the win in District 9. Another really, really close race against Aaron Moore. So congratulations to all the winners. We will see you all at the inauguration. We look forward to seeing you there.
Absolutely. It's really good to see people that you know doing great things. And I've known Eric Johnson for probably about 12 years. We were both in Southside on Lamar at the same time before he ran for his House seat, his Texas House seat. And Paula Blackman and I were on the same staff with Mayor Mike Rawlings and had the opportunity to congratulate her. And looking forward to working with our third Adam on the council.
That's right. 3 Adams and 4 women on the council now, Shawn. So I guess that's
moving
progress.
in the right direction. Yeah, I think we're moving in the right direction.
Yeah, but one of our friends from the current administration, Vana Hammond, will be joining us on the show today. Vana, of course, is a good friend of both of ours and has been a long time one of the chiefs of staff for Mayor Mike Rawlings, and she's going to join us today.
Yeah, once he swept us out of the office and came around to Vana and Scott, he really locked in on something. And, Vana has a very interesting background. She was a police officer with DPD. She earned her law degree, so she is an attorney. She served as a community prosecutor in Dallas. So I'm obviously excited to talk to Vana. And fun fact, we recorded an episode with Vana last year, and the episode was lost. It is literally a lost episode because it was recorded, but I could never find
Cyber dust, Shawn.
Yes,
it is cyber dust. Well, I'm just glad that Vana's coming in, and hopefully she'll talk to me after I, ran a 5K at 9 o'clock at night just to beat her in our Fitbit step challenge one week. So thank you, Vana, for being gracious enough to come on.
And because of her role with GrowSouth, it's only fitting that we be here in South Dallas for the episode that we're recording with Vana. And so we will be right back after this break with Vana Hammond. You are listening to Shawn Williams, Ryan Trimble, Deconstructing Dallas. We will be right back.
Here at Allen Media, we're proud to represent some of the finest organizations across a variety of different industries. And we're proud to welcome Pape Dawson Engineers to that list of outstanding firms. Pape Dawson is one of Texas's finest and most respected engineering firms, and now the company is expanding its presence here in Dallas. Whether you're looking for civil engineering, transportation, water resources, environmental, or surveying projects, Pape Dawson has the experience needed to get the job done. What's more, Pape Dawson is committed to responsible corporate citizenship in the communities they serve. So if you need an engineer, do yourself a favor and call my friend Brad Davis here in Dallas at 214-420-8494 today. And tell him Ryan told you to call. Pape Dawson, where the people make the difference. Welcome back, Deconstructing Dallas. Ryan Trimble, Shawn Williams. Shawn, very excited to welcome into studio the Chief of Community Relations for Mayor Mike Rawlings, a good friend of you and me. She is Vana Hammond.
Hello.
Hello, Vana.
Hey, Vana. What's up? How you doing? We're already just getting started on a nice, friendly note. This is going to be extremely fun.
Well,
Absolutely.
Shawn, I'll tell you what. I'm just glad that Vana is talking to me. As we mentioned, we were into Fitbit step challenges, and Vana was beating me by about 1,000 steps one Friday night.
I know when I went to bed, I thought Vana had it.
And then, and then I went for I ran a 5K, and all of a sudden,
at 11 p.m. Who does that?
Like 11:46.
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I ran a 5K."
All of a sudden, I was about 800
minutes.
steps ahead of Vana, and
What? I'm still contesting all those results.
Yeah.
You and Matt both.
yeah.
Matt, I'm not exactly sure what he does to get all the steps. I'm in a step challenge with him right now, and I wake up every morning and something happened. I don't know if he put on the dogs.
Yeah.
That's
leg
what I
or
think.
something.
I think you and Matt, we leaving Shawn out too, because remember Ryan? Shawn was like behind the first day, then all of a sudden he was walking to work and.
It's a glitch.
You know, I got to get mine in. I got to step my game up, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that is fun. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the show. And thank you for your service. How long has it been since you've been in the office? How long?
4.5 years.
4.5 years.
I lasted longer than Shawn. That's the most important thing.
Once he swept me and Paula out, then came across, and then swept out Adam and swept out Sam, and then landed on y'all. He was good to go.
Yeah.
He just had to get to the right people.
I don't know about that. Or we're just the crazy people. One of this.
I want to, before we get into the mayor's office part, I really think it's interesting that you started out as a police officer and then went and became a community prosecutor after you got your law degree. So can you just briefly talk about your career in the police department?
Oh, well, it was very different to be a police officer back then, I will say, and a lot of fun. I'm sure.
Who was the chief when you came on?
When I came on, actually, it was right after Bolton left, and Chief Hampton, Randy Hampton, was the acting chief when I was in the academy, and then Chief Kunkel was named the chief not too long after I got on the streets, I believe. So it actually, a little bit after I got off training and stuff, Chief Kunkel came.
And where were you deployed? Where were you?
Oh, so I originally, I cut my teeth in Central Dallas, East Dallas, Uptown area, and then we were originally sent to what they call CBD, the Central Business District. So that was the original assignment, but I've worked Southwest, including West Dallas. I've worked Northeast, so did that, and then came back to Central eventually. So Central was
I'm just glad they moved you out of Uptown by the time I was, down there and having my fun. Now I'm more well-behaved.
Right. Now I would have worked your area too, where you're at now. Yeah. More family-friendly Northeast Dallas.
Yes, family-friendly. friendly Ryan Trimble.
And then we worked together when you were a community prosecutor.
We
in
did.
Southwest.
It's when my life changed and I met Shawn Williams. It was great.
So many people say that. I appreciate you getting that on the record. I think it's good. So Deconstructing Dallas.
Yes, exactly. So left the police department, decided to use my law degree, and found out that there was a form of law where you could actually not sit in the office all day and do stuff to help your community while also practicing law. And in the process, my partner and I, Ulysses Waters, had started a business association on Jefferson. And one day she has actually started before I got there, and she said, I said, who's this guy from the mayor's office that keeps showing up to our meetings? And she said, that's Shawn. He's quiet, but he's usually pretty helpful when he does talk.
In the community. And I
think you were able to